Well, I started paddling when I was around 10, but I started racing when I was 12, and that was the year of the 2004 Olympics, and I think sort of the performances from that Olympics were really inspiring to me. Well, there are two Olympic disciplines of kayaking. One of them is flatwater sprint, and one of them is whitewater slalom.
Okay.
So I'm the latter. Flatwater sprint is a lot more based on the West Coast. They spend a lot of time in California at the Olympic Training Center there. We don't cross paths too many times, though. But one of them is going to be an apartment mate of mine.
Okay.
So that's cool. I get to meet her. 3 out of the 4 boats that are on the Olympic team for our discipline are from my club. Yeah, we're a pretty strong club. Probably the biggest thing was I tore my ACL in 2009, and so coming back in 2010 after not being able to compete because of that injury, it was a pretty rough year for me. But I came back in 2011 with like a very open mind and just wanted to go do it for the fun of it, and I had the best results that I've had in my career last summer. So hoping to keep up that trend. Again, I think my family was really supportive in that time, and the doctors who were taking care of my PT and stuff like that related to my knee injury were also a really great source of inspiration. Well, I started off with the education concentration because it was related to the psychology department very closely, and also because I figured that in sort of my line of sport work that coaching would be an opportunity that I might come across at one point. For communications, I've really gotten into social media from being an athlete, and I think that inspired me for that reason. I've been totally blown away by the support that I've received from particularly my school friends and the school as a whole. One of our Olympic trials races was in Charlotte, and I go to school about 30 minutes north of Charlotte, and there were so many spectators that had Davidson t-shirts, and a lot of my friends came out, and it was great to feel that. Well, personal would for sure be my family. My family is sort of my #1 fan, and I always know that. Professionally, I guess, would be an athlete named Rebecca Giddens. She was a silver medalist in the 2004 Olympics that was very impactful for me when I was just starting out. I'm like sort of a person that sort of savors sort of personal achievements a lot, just like within myself, like, yay, that was great. So I think that some people might be looking for the "I'm going to Disney World" reaction, and like that'll be happening inside my head for sure. But we'll see. I think I'll just be happy to be spending the moment with my team and my family. So far, I think I'm getting kind of a good feel for it. So it's like social media, but kind of like inspiring people to do things of which they're proud, which as a psychology major, I think is genius because
Awesome.
These like reward points, even though they're virtual and like, it's, I don't know, it's a way for people to feel support from other people despite the fact they're not there. And I think that's just totally genius.
Yeah.
Good job.